Well, it's 5:15 and it took me so long to assemble this engine, and it took me quite a while to get this tender set up. I haven't even put the boards on, but this is a modified tender that has all-wheel pickup for reliability of this machine. Here's the little chip, about the pack of a, I don't know, it's like a half a stick of gum, maybe 3 of them stacked up. It's very, very, excuse me, very small. And this is the wire interface and the controller interface. And what we have is a American Flyer late 50s DC open frame motor with the DC part being a magnet creating the field current, and then the electric coming from the controller creating the armature current. And I don't have the heater for the smoke yet, okay? What I did find, just testing now, it does operate. It doesn't start right away is what I would like, and I think there's some tuning I can do to the system so that it can overcome that inertia initially, and I'll figure that out. But the max current that I was able to pull at 100% speed was 2.5 amps, and that's without smoke. So we might see a 3 amp current draw with the smoke on here. We'll have to watch it as we go. That speaker is taking up some of it. Okay, so we're gonna sit here. It's wired in. It does work. I tested it. We're sitting at 15 volts. 15 volts. And what you do is, I got this button over on the wrong, and I got it on the wrong thing. It's sort of like it should be turn on or start or something like that. Yeah, it includes chuff, but it includes the steaming up, you know, and stuff like that. Right. Testing the couplers. Oh yeah, they're in good shape. And we have lighting, we have the bell. Heard that. And we have a whistle. There's the speakers, a tiny little black thing. Crazy. Alright, so I've got forward is set correctly. My speed doesn't work quite right. I'm going to put it up about 5%, and you start hearing chuffing, right? And we're not moving. So what's that all about? So I'm going up to 7, 8, 9. It's not moving. I'm going up to 14. I got a little churn there, a little churn, a little spin, one little spin. Now I'm going to 16, 17, got a couple more. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. But if you look, hear the chuffs now, and watch the rotation. Let's see if we can start it on somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 5 chuffs per rev. So I gotta slow the chuffs down even at this speed, right? So it's a little out of whack. I gotta figure that out. I can speed up. Now, I want you to realize here, this is a 1940, late 40s American Flyer open frame DC motor that's been updated with a new magnet and upgraded with a pull-more armature, cleaned, lubricated, rebuilt more or less, new brushes, new springs, and put back together, shimmed properly. So it's a really good running DC motor at 22%. There it is. And that's the brain. That's the guy. Right there. That's doing this. And the control from here is my mouse. Through this to this, boom. No wire. The only wire is at 15 volts off the track, and that's a constant. That's just sitting here. I'm not touching that All I'm doing to speed and slow down is rolling the mouse. You see that? I'm rolling the little wheel on the mouse and it goes faster. Now if I'm coming up to a station or something and I want to give it a whistle, I bring my pointer over to whistle and push down on the button. Or the bell. I have brakes, and I can shut off the engine. It'll take a few seconds to bleed down. Unhook the chink-chank. We're off. Now the engine thinks you're still on, but we just shut it off. All right, we're shut off. Now, if I had, I don't think I have 6 minutes. If I had my tender connected and the that's it. If I had the tender connected, I could put the tender on there and that should run. I can do that in 6 minutes. Just the tender frame. Oh. Per power, but I don't have my boards. I have to stuff some stuff in it on the tender. Oh, okay. Better not do that in 6 minutes. I might make an error. Okay, so here's what we've got is this new stuff from Rail Pro, Ring Engineering, locomotive module LM-3S, made in the USA. Made in the US. Engineered, oh God, don't. Engineered by what appears to be a bright group from Purdue, which I think is awesome. I love Purdue. Running on an American Flyer. What is this anyway? 15B, 110 watts. 15B, 110 watts. Those are my own meters. I like to watch what's going on. With a 3 amp AC to DC and a buck boost that is not even warm. Not even warm. Oh, now I've popped it out of my little fixture. Great. Okay, not even warm. And that goes to this guy. So I'm giving it 15 volts solid, 15 volts, nothing fancy, no capacitors, don't go nuts. I didn't even hook up my battery backup yet. I have this Sugar Cube speaker, which I know nothing about, but I'm shocked at how good it sounds. And I have this module here that's a control interface, a USB radio signal. And I'm running for all intents and purposes, a 1949 American Flyer with an updated magnet. I don't know, gang. I'm gonna put the smoke on. I'm gonna get that tender stuffed with all the parts. You'll see that's not difficult, but it is tricky. You gotta kind of know what you're doing. What I may be able to do is build that all into like a framework, and I can assemble those and send them out if you guys need that help, so that you just pretty much solder a couple of wires and you're done. I don't know how it's going to work. Okay, we'll get there, but man, you really need to consider this is pretty doggone nice. Pretty nice. Okay, I'm calling it quits. I know I'm going to get it. No, I'm not. I'm 3 minutes early. Okay. That's what I did today. And I'm excited about this tender. I think this tender is going to be pretty neat. Those are 3D printed parts, cut up tinder trucks from an old flyer. And I found the wire. A customer helped me find the right kind of wire. And I've 3D printed these pieces, put it together, got a coupler on here, and I'm using the link connector from a 290 and bolting it in, and then I will I have a firewall that I put into the flyer, and at the bottom of it there's a screw for this, whatever that is, you know, that the piece that bolts up, and that will just bolt to this firewall. And inside the firewall there's a little hole, and I'm going to get some flickering fire LEDs so it looks like the firebox. You can look in and see the firebox. It's way cool. And we're going to have some lights on the caboose. We do have lights on the caboose. I'll get those. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like it's close. Tomorrow's a rainy day. I was told I might be able to get more time tomorrow. It's a rainy day. I know, it's sad when you're as old as I am and retired and you got to beg for time to play with your trains. My God. You know, my knee pads are getting worn out here. Okay. Rail Pro from Litchfield Station. Jack is a heck of a nice fellow, and I think Rail Pro has a heck of a nice product for us. I'm just gonna see what else I can come up with. I'm thinking about that diesel. I'm thinking about that diesel because I want to put them together. I want the diesel to help the engine over the hill. I think we could do that. But my concern is the only way I could do it is putting my magnets back on this motor and converting this to a DC motor. But you know what? That's a DC motor, right? I've converted them before. And I did have this running, but it wasn't running very well. I was having difficulty, and I think I found out what it was. I think the side, this piece here was bent and shorting out on a wheel, and I didn't know it. And I was thinking it was my magnets, but I think it was this truck. And the wheels would slop over to one side and short out because it was bent. So I'm getting brave. In fact, I'm going to order another one of these. Now look at this. This is the reverse. All it does is reverse. And it's a 1 or 2 amp Gazachkas. To that. Take that off. Get that speaker. Oh my God, you could have a picnic back here. You could put some hooch and have a table and have a party back here and still have a room for a controller. And look, there, you know what that is, right? That's the alkyl diesel smoke. And it's ready for testing. It is ready for testing. So, maybe I think I'm going to do it anyway because I've had trouble with these fields. I've got a loose wire on the field. The wire, the field itself is just not behaving well. And I know now I can make those parts in 3D and print them, or sheet metal, aluminum, non-ferrous. And I can mount those magnets near that motor and that motor will run. I know it. All right, it's enough of this preaching crap. Let's go upstairs and have a Bailey's or something. Rail Pro, Litchfield Station, Arizona. You cannot go wrong. This is just super fun, super easy, and by golly, it works. Later.